Welcome back, everybody, to TIMBP Live. Perry, I'm the host of This Is My Bourbon podcast, in case you have never seen it before or heard it or whatever. Or if you're just getting through dry January and you kind of forgot who I was. Like our dear friend Tony Bag of Donuts, who's a couple beers deep and is having a good time. Whiskey Nose, Mr. Marty himself stopping in early. Sugar Kitty stopping in saying meow. Donnie the Linux Cat trying to encourage Tony to be careful. I agree. Brett Venata. My brain is fried today. I'm sorry. Hello, Brett. Cheers all. Cheers to you, buddy. Four Leaf Whiskey. Hello, Stacy. Cheers, Perry and everyone. Cheers to you. Who dat? I don't know, Donnie. Josh Cawthon. Hello. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to you. Will Hendo Henderson stopping by. My dry January was ruined January 1st. Oh, well. Oh, well, indeed. So was mine. And we're live over on Instagram as well. Bourbon Max stopping by. 5280 Whiskey also swinging by. Thank you all so much for showing up to the Instagram live. Or if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Hope you've had a good week. Hope you've had a good Thursday. Happy February. Happy end of dry January for those who celebrate or partake. It's just nice to be with you. Instagram's looking a little choppy and weird. Not sure what's going on over there. Whiskey Morgue. Hello, Whiskey Morgue. Good to see you, buddy. It has been a minute since Will Henderson stopped by, but we are not going to hold that against him because he's here. That's all that matters. Buffalo Trace tastes amazing. I am happy to hear it, Tony. Happy to hear it. I hope your taste buds are nice and refreshed and you can taste things better than you ever have been before. Getting rid of the dry January blues and swinging into February with a few pours. Couple of bottles that I picked up today. You were on Instagram a couple weeks ago. That is true, Will. That is true. Thank you for reminding me of that. I want to give credit where credit is due, of course. I think I need to turn the music down just a hair. Sorry. A little loud in the headphone. Instagram's being all kinds of weird. I don't know what's going on over there. Zoe for 1920. Hello, Fonzo. Hope you're well. Cheers to you, buddy. Hope you've had an excellent week. Hope everybody's got something ready to be poured. We're going to kick things off with a brand new bottle just picked up today. I couldn't tell you the last time that I bought a bottle of Eagle Rare. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. And it's just a 750, but it feels bigger for some reason. I don't know why. Swanee Eagle Rare is solid stuff. Oh, Swan, it's good to see you. I hope you're well, buddy. You know, with how allocated everything is in Kentucky, I just don't see Eagle Rare very much anymore. However, I did walk into the liquor barn and See it just sitting there behind the cash register. So I picked myself up a bottle, still 10 years old. Still 90 proof. Ooh, that was a good little cork pop. Got a couple other bottles as well that I just, you know, hadn't bought in a while. And it was just time. So we will get to those in just a bit. How much is it now, Perry, the Eagle Rare? The Eagle Rare now, also hello, Brian Whiskey, Brian D. Whiskey on Instagram. Don't know if you can hear me or not, but thank you for stopping by. This bottle was $50. Unfortunately. But, I mean, that's pretty standard now, right? I mean, I know that it's, I mean, it was $30 for so long. But, I mean, 50 seems appropriate now. I'm not upset about it. But, I mean, it is quite the jump. It is quite the jump. Eagle Rare is one of the rare few bourbons I've not come around to liking. I will be trying the 17 tonight, though, and see if it changes my mind. My goodness. That's one way to convince yourself that you might like something. Try the 17-year-old version. 45 to 50 in Georgia, yeah. It was right at $49.99 MSRP, or not even MSRP, $49.99 before tax. At the liquor barn. Just pop the cork on Little Book Chapter 4. Jim Beam waxed everywhere and a tight as cork. Two Z's. I think I got a store pick for 28 to 30 last time we bought it. When was that? Joe Dickinson. Hello, Joe. Eagle Rare's 35 in Ohio. Nice. Usually $40 just south of Atlanta when I'm driving up through that area. Not bad. Let me get a Russell's 10, Eagle Rare 10, Wilderness Trail 10 comparison. I would love to do that, Swan, although I don't have two of those bottles. One of them I just don't have with me, and the other one I just don't have. But I would love to do that sometime. Oh, Donut Boy sent you a sample. Zopher, there you go. I do have another 10-year-old bourbon. But we'll get there. Donut guy indeed. We are going to Disney in a couple weeks. I feel like I should be driving up to Kentucky and meeting you in the Kroger parking lot on the way. Hey, anytime, man. Come drive up to a Kroger parking lot and we'll exchange samples. We booked a small Disney trip for this summer as well. Which I'm very excited for. We haven't spent more than a night in Disney in a couple of years. So we're going to go to a few parks with Eden. Take her around. Hopefully she, I'm sure she will. But, the first trip that we took with her with the intent of going to Magic Kingdom. She was a year and a half. Well, almost 2 years. She was closer to 2 years than a year and a half. And that was more for Lucy and me than it was for her. I'd be surprised if she remembered any of that trip. But this one's going to be like a core memory trip for her, I feel like. So I'm very excited about it. We're going to go to Magic Kingdom. Going to go to Hollywood Studio. I finally gonna get to go to Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars World. And then we're going to do a park hopper on the last day between Epcot and Magic Kingdom. And I am very excited about it. Don't know why the dog's barking. Long time ago, I got Trev the handle of the Eagle Rare 10, or just Eagle Rare. And that thing is a bat. It is indeed. I don't know if I've ever actually seen an Eagle Rare handle in person before. If I have, it's been a minute. That Kroger now has a liquor store. Nice. Disney, that's my neighborhood. Well, about 30 minutes away if there was no traffic. Nice. We usually do a Disney layover on our way down to Captiva Island for vacation with Lucy's family every year. And this year we were just like, we need to do more. My kids are 6 and 9. We're doing Magic Kingdom and Legoland. Nice. How is she for doing activities for more than 2 hours? That usually determines Disney Day trip lengths. I mean, she's very well accustomed to long-term. Maybe not long-term. Excuse me. To events that go on for longer than 2 hours. I mean, she goes to daycare during the week, so her attention span, I feel like, is pretty good. And the nice thing too, of course, about Disney is there's so many different things for her to see, so it's not like, you know, we're making her go through. We're not going through a museum with her, I suppose, but she's big on Disney right now. You know, she's all about princesses. We played Mickey and Minnie last night before bed, and with her little stuffed toys. That was, you know, it's part of her nature right now. Tony's got an unopened Eagle Rare bat. Nice. All right, I got to get into this Eagle Rare. I haven't had anything to drink today, even though I keep sounding like I do because I'm stumbling over all my words. But you know, that'll go great. Plenty of characters around for her to see. Absolutely. Yeah. Huh? What? It smells both grassy and oaky somehow. Josh, going with cocktail using Pursuit Rye batch 7cc tonight. Oh, I love 7cc. Oh, it's such a great batch of Pursuit Rye. Hope you enjoy that, Josh. Not a bad nose. It's just like really, really throwing me off. Just not sure. It's not the Eagle Rare that I remember. I was not prepared for what I was about to be hit with. All right. Cheers, everybody. Happy February. Tony, you made it through. Anybody else who made it through? Who did dry January? You made it out on the other side. Congratulations. Here's to you. Huh. Sweet cherry oak, much different than the BT. I am getting a lot of oak on this. I'm kind of leaning more towards like a strawberry vibe, like strawberry syrup. I like it though. Not my. It's not like blowing my balls off or anything, but it is good. Hello again, whiskey friends. Hello to you, Jeffrey Wack. Good to see you. All right, this Instagram live, I can't decide if I want to cancel it or not because it just keeps freezing. But whatever. Jeff Wack, I hope you're well, buddy. Good to see you. Finished my 7cc rye a couple weeks ago. I agree, that was a great bottle. It's fantastic. Can't say enough good things about it. I'm getting an interesting toffee note that I don't normally get on Eagle Rare as well. Yo, Connor Kirkpatrick, planning on coming up to the meetup, and I'll bring some more Pursuit Rye samples of their single barrels. They are lit. Or fire, whatever. Connor, I am excited to hear that. TIMBP weekend is Memorial Day weekend again this year. For anybody who is interested or needs more confirmation. We did announce that kind of officially on the podcast a couple weeks ago. We will be adding an extra day. There will be so technically it will kick off Thursday night, I suppose. When one of us has a better palate and one of us has a fresh palate. Fair enough. That's really funny, Tony. Yeah, so we're kicking off on Thursday night. There will be events happening on Friday. So we're not just like tacking on another day to try to get people to come and hang out. We're actually going to have things happening. So I'm very excited, Connor. It's good to hear that you're going to be there. There's a liquor store here in KC that I saw last night. It still had a bottle of 7cc that Kenny had signed. If they still have it tomorrow, it's coming home with me. There you go. Biking Bourbon, Gary Perry. Cheers. Cheers to you, Biking. Hope you're well. I think my mic smells funny. How do you clean a microphone? Does anybody know? Oh, you know what I forgot to say? If you want to support TIMBP Live, if you want to support everything TIMBP as well, and you want to also show some love to the patron saint of TIMBP Live, Mr. Snuffleupagus himself, you can head to the Stream Elements link in the description below. You can use that to tip/super chat/snuffy chat. You'll get your message right up here on the top left-hand side of your screen. And it is always appreciated. It's just like super chatting. Basically, just an extra step. I'm sorry, still trying to get to that that paid whatever partnership YouTube thing. Trying to get more YouTube shorts and whatnot out there. Had one today that I put out actually. That Richie Z, what's up, man? Cheers, Perry and Whiskey Friends. Cheers to you too, my friend. It's good to see you. So I put this YouTube short. I mean, I put it on TikTok and I put it on Instagram as well. It's doing the best on YouTube right now. I gotta show you guys this comment though. Share screen. Look at this. Instagram might be down. I don't know. Y'all need to work out. What? Did I get fat shamed? Have I finally crossed over into proper internet territory? Have I been appropriately baptized, I suppose? Y'all need to work out. Thanks, Lucas0111. crazy. That just that blew me away. Yo, I think Instagram's just gone kaput tonight. They obviously don't follow Eric. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely not. I don't know what, I genuinely don't know what that comment was in reference to. Great to see you, Perry. I poured some Redwood Empire Last Monarch. I have not had a bad Redwood Empire yet, but let me know. Let me know how that is. All right, sorry, Instagram. I guess I can't show. Why is my video so grainy? Hang on. There we go. That looks better. Wow, I really was grainy, wasn't I? What was I saying? I can't share a tab that's not Instagram if Instagram Live is live. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. This has gotten a little bit better since it's been open. I'm starting to get a lot more of the traditional kind of grapey Eagle Rare notes, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, that was a good last sip. I'm excited about this next little comparison. It's a me, the Sobertoni. Hi, Anthony Aturietta. Which 2XO are you having? So I'm gonna. This is the stupidest thing. I didn't realize it until it was way too late. I've been great with thumbnails and pictures and the like this week, as you can tell. I've got, and I think this will be what I kind of cap things off with. Jim of Kentucky, barrel number 52. And my brain just for whatever reason was like, oh, you know, like the Phoenix blend. But I don't know where my Phoenix blend bottle is. Because, you know, the whole theme of the title card was they're all birds. That's just a gem of Kentucky. I say just like it's not an excellent bottle. But, picked up another couple of bottles today that have, well, I feel like my bourbon budget has been maxed out for a couple of weeks. Nice, I've got bottles from barrel 41 and 42. Josh, when we did the 2XO Gem of Kentucky episode a couple weeks ago, we had 52 and 44. That's what the other one was. And they were both excellent. What are your thoughts on 41 and 42? Nice, I just have Tribute Blend. Tribute Blend is a fantastic bottle. Maybe it's at your other house with my larceny. There's a good chance, Tony. There's a good chance. Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit. It's a single barrel. This is Camp Nelson E. It was bottled on October 25th of last year. Couldn't tell you the last time that I bought a Kentucky Spirit at all. I mean, it's genuinely been a few years. I don't know how many exactly, but it has been. And in addition to that, I bought a Russell's pick for the first time in a very long time as well. This one is Camp Nelson B, which I don't know if I've ever... somebody remind me, too. What was Pride of Anderson County? Was that B? I can't remember for sure. I know Dave told me, but I just off the top of my head. This is a 10-year-old wild turkey barrel. No idea how old the Kentucky Spirit is. I think those usually trend closer to like 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's the perforation. But I was just, I was curious about the Camp Nelson B of it all. I've enjoyed them both. Not sure I can choose which I enjoy more. Yeah, fair enough. You don't always have to choose. Kentucky Spirit is usually fantastic. I agree. I agree, Richie. I just have not had one in a minute. Oh. Yeah, I've not bought a Russell's pick in a while. But between it being Camp Nelson B and being 10 years old, I just couldn't say no. Distilled May 9th of 2013. I was in my second year of college. And it was dumped July 6th of 2023 and bottled on July 18th. But yeah, Camp Nelson B, 6th floor, Liquor Barn 2023, barrel number 7. So, Camp Nelson E and Camp Nelson B up against each other. I'm very excited to do these side by side. I have not actively done something like this in a while. So I'm going to start with the Kentucky Spirit because it's lower proof. Again, I don't know how old it is necessarily, but that is just funky turkey goodness. What? There was this huge, like, allspice note that just hit me in the middle of the face. Or I guess my nose, which is where, middle of my face, that is where my nose is. I got a Camp Nelson E 10-year from its Bourbon Night Bourbon Bowl. Ooh, that would be fun. I believe I'm supposed to still... Well, I guess I talked to Chad about it last week, yeah. Still going to be refereeing the Bourbon Bowl this year. So, not this Sunday, but next. Going to be doing the Bourbon Bowl on its Bourbon Night. But then there's all these, like, complex, like, coffee notes. There's like a little bit of honeysuckle on there too. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I'm excited to get into Camp Nelson E. Man, all right. Cheers. Let's check this one out. That is so rye spicy. Woo! That is a spice bomb. Bird is the word indeed, MC. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hello. Good to see you, my friend. Wild Turkey Bourbon always brings a smile. Amen, it does. This is really, really different. I mean, this is crazy all over the place. It must have been, hey, it was during some hot summers that this got aged, because there is a lot of alcohol that is on this bourbon. But it's just so, it's crazy how spice forward it is. I mean, it almost drinks more like a rye whiskey than it does a bourbon. Cheers. Didn't do dry January, but I feel like I did because I need a drink. Clifton, good to see you, my friend. Hope that that you are well. I didn't do dry January either. But this has been a crazy week. I mean, I've been going like 100 miles an hour, I feel like. And this is always my nice little respite towards the end of the week. Get to hang out with you people. Papa Ritter. Oh, Kill Devil Falls lyrics. I can't remember the melody. Great song from Fish, though. Great song from Fish. Speaking of jam bands, too. Dead and Company out of the Sphere. Maybe I can overcome my fear to go see Dead and Company. Have I talked about this on stream? About how much things like this... I'm sure I have. But... So it's not necessarily a fear. It's just like an insane feeling of anxiety that I get from things like the Sphere in Vegas and planetariums. They both are just so unsettling to me. There are some plans I'm thinking about. Well, look. I'm not going to say no. Just got to make sure things work out. So is that the opposite of claustrophobia? I feel like it is. But the difference, though, and this is where it trips me up. So the fear of large things is called megalophobia, right? So kaiju monsters, buildings that are gigantic, anything that feels bigger than it should be and it freaks you out, megalophobia. The thing with planetariums and the Sphere, though, is that it's something about the way that they are presented, like the curved nature of it. Space doesn't freak me out. The concept of space and like thinking about being in space, that doesn't. It doesn't give me the anxiety that the projected image of whatever that's going on in the sphere in a planetarium does. I don't know what it is. I genuinely don't. I've tried to look it up. I've tried to do any kind of research that I can. Everything that I keep coming back to is megalophobia, but it's not that. It's just not that. I don't even know how to manage. I want to drink everything, but I'm working my way up in proof. I've got new bottles to open, all the old faves. Send help. Roller coasters are unsettling to me. Is it the... Clifton. Is it like the unnatural nature of them? Unnatural nature. That's an oxymoron. Godzilla doesn't really freak me out that much. But, I mean, it's that kind of thing. Fear of being inside large things, I guess better than the fear of large things being inside. Never mind. Clifton, I love you. Never change. Fear of the spheres. It is weird that they both are like spherical objects or curved platforms. Because, like, you know that there's a specific type of IMAX too, where like it's as much of a movie as you can possibly see. Where like it even has, so it's got like the main screen, but then it's got like two screens on the side as well, and it just like extends the field of view, right? And like that freaks me out too. It's everything. The roller coasters, yeah, I get that. The layback ones, is that what they are? Did I read the book Sphere? No, I did not read the book Sphere. I honestly think it's going to be the greatest experience to see a band ever. It's what you people who are much younger than I am will be experiencing in the next 20 years. I love that. January should be moist because I said so. Fair enough, Em. Anyway. There we go. I know what kind of IMAX you're talking about. We used to go to that at the museum when we were kids. Very spherical and side screens. I just don't know, like, I cannot fully express what it is that makes me so unnerved by them. If anybody has any kind of psych degree, or just you know why or what this is, why it makes me so anxious. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to this Russell's Camp Nelson B. 10-year-old 110 proof bourbon. I have papers that prove I'm psyched, just saying. Marty, I'll give you a holler. Excuse me. I think maybe the first IMAX was at the Museum of Science and Industry here in Chicago. I don't know where the first IMAX was. Just think of a dark star that will be rotating around the room. That'd be pretty sick. I'm not, I mean, like I said, we gotta see. I also am married to a counselor. That helps not. Fair enough, Marty. Ugh. The between the Russells and the Kentucky Spirit, they are not dissimilar. They do have quite a bit of similarity going for them, but I think that the Russells is quite a bolder experience. Bouncing Around the Room's your favorite Fish song? It is a great song. It's oh man. Anyway, I gotta find out. It tastes like shaving cream. What on earth? Slam that like button. Yes, indeed. Both Richie and Whiskey knows, or Marty, saying it. Thank you, guys. Barbasol is not a classic note. You are correct, Emily. Funny thing is, I'm not drinking right now. Hey. You do you, Popperator. Hampton Comes Alive is an unbelievable Fish release. Is it the blank space in the sphere? You've just got to shake it off, Perry. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Here's the thing. Here, I want to say this. I want to say this real quick. I am trying to soften my stance on criticism of Taylor Swift. And here's why. I am raising a daughter. I am raising a daughter who needs strong female or female presenting role models in her life. She needs to see that there are people that she can look up to and aspire to be, and success that they can strive to have. Is Taylor Swift my favorite person? No. Is Taylor Swift incredibly successful at what she does? Absolutely she is. And for somebody like myself to be so, and you know, I'm less critical of her and more critical of the fans because of how much of a cult it feels like, but at the same time, that's whatever. I'm over it. So, to me, I can do better about showing support for a strong female who gives energy to other females. That's it. I'm trying to be better. That's a fresh cracked bottle, so odd notes might pop at first. That is fair. It was the opposite. It was the opposite of what you thought it was about to be, Donnie. She'll definitely get some screen time during the Super Bowl this year. She might. She probably will. But for the people who were like, Taylor Swift's ruining football. Yeah, it was a 3-hour game. Okay, it was a 3-hour game. Not this past Sunday, and she was on it for 60 seconds total. She's not ruining football. Tony. Swifties are worse than Taylor, that we can agree on. I started the music talk and I'm sorry. I'm there's nothing to be sorry for. I initiated like that. I could have shaken it off. I could have moved on. Just trying to make a funny tie into my avatar. Brett, it's all good, brother. Hot take, Taylor Swift is a psyop. Oh, Donnie, no. Taylor doesn't control the NFL video either. Also true. She's harmless to me seems kind of adorable. That's funny, Richie. I like that. Anyway, that's all the Taylor Swift talk. I'm done. That's my official stance moving forward. I will not be complaining about her in a public space anymore. You know what would be sad is for my daughter to look back on something that, because, you know, the podcast hopefully will live on the internet for as long as possible. But for her to go back and watch something that I did or listen to something that I did, tearing down a strong female figure and feeling like she doesn't have the opportunity to voice her opinion or be successful. That's just me. I'm not mad about it. They showed her an appropriate amount in my eyes. There you go. I probably wouldn't get such a kick out of it if my Chiefs weren't in the middle of it. There you go. This is my Taylor Swift podcast. There's enough of those. There's enough of those out there. I'm over it. I'm over it. We have found that one or several of your comments about Taylor Swift were in violation of the community guidelines, and we have decided to keep your account suspended based on our terms of service. Excuse me. Thank you for proactively thinking about your kids' emotional needs. Absolutely. That's it is the most important thing to me. The most important thing. I thought that's what this was becoming. We go all over the place. Josh Cawthon, you just subscribed on the YouTube and you hadn't done so yet? Hey, man. Thanks for subscribing. I've made this the BT hour. Elmer and Rock Hill on deck. I'll probably take a break before Cliffy, then open some new bottles. That sounds nice. Clifton did win. Yeah, it is kind of crazy you hadn't subscribed yet, Josh. Whatever, though. Hey, it's all good. You're here. Somehow the algorithm worked, and you made it back. You've made it back week after week recently, and I appreciate that. It's good to have, it's good to have new regulars. It's really good to have new regulars. You are here now. That's all that matters, dude. That's all that matters. Crazy. Oh, Lucy's home. Hold on. Just letting her know I'm still live streaming. But tonight, at least, I am definitely leaning more towards the Kentucky Spirit. Maybe it's just a super funky barrel of Russell's. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of cinnamon, a lot of mint, cream too, I guess. Yeah, the Kentucky Spirit is really just hitting the spot right now. Hi, Eden. Goodness gracious. All right, well, because the kiddo's home, I'm going to send off with one last pour for the evening. This good old 2XO Jim of Kentucky. Barrel number 52. I just want to say thank you all, as always, for supporting the show, for being here, watching, listening. Remember the old fantail bottle design of Kentucky Spirit? Those were nice. They were nice. Man, I miss those. I miss those bottles a lot. Cheers, y'all. Cheers indeed, Donnie. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I hope to see you on Clifton's stream here in just a bit. I think that does it for me. See you real soon. Until next time, I'm Perry, and this is TIMBP Live.